This next video clip we'll call buying a tree. If you buy a tree online or through the post, it will invariably be a maiden tree, a one-year-old tree, which is what this here is. And when you get it, it will come through dormant, i.e. no leaves. And you can plant them and they can be transported anytime during the dormant season, roughly November to March, something like that. After that, you have to buy pot-grown trees, which is this here. This is a 2-year-old tree. I don't recommend you buy any older than 2 years trees because they would tend to be pot bound. The roots will have spun around inside this pot and turned into a solid ball, and they won't establish. If you live in a windy situation, you should always consider buying a maiden tree because it has no head as yet, it has no windage. A tree with a big head, if it's in a windy situation, it will blow around and you will have to stake it. Always check the pot when you buy your tree in a garden centre. Smell the compost, make sure it doesn't smell bad. Scrabble around the root a little bit, make sure that it's green and alive down there. You see where I've picked that piece of bark away? It's green and alive. That means the root is alive. The tree will still have little green leaves and pretty little flowers despite the root being dead. Don't buy a tree with a dead root. Always look underneath when you buy your tree to see whether they've tied it in with cling film. That usually means that the tree has been grown in a field, had its roots chopped off with a blunt axe and shoved in the pot. If you want a pot-grown tree, also pull it out the pot to ensure that you've got nice, young, white, healthy roots, not brown, dead ones. And also there's obviously no sign of fungus there. I don't recommend buying older than 2-year-old trees because they will be pot bound. You can tell the age of a tree by there is 1 year's growth. Whilst this is a big tree, it's actually only 2 years old. Most trees this side will be 3, 4, even 5 years old. Don't buy them. Some of you cheapskates will go to Lidl's to buy your tree. When you ask the girl at the till, are these varieties suitable for my area for organic cultivation, and also ask her whether they are on an appropriate rootstock for your location. She will probably look at you like you're an idiot. Always look at the label on the tree, turn it over, make sure it says the pollination group. The pollination group, the RHS formula is A, B, C, D. If, as this tree here, it's pollination group B, it will pollinate trees in group B, also group A and C. Don't buy trees at either extreme, very early flowering trees or very late flowering trees. Your label should also say how big the trees will be. Your label should also say what rootstock it's on. If the girl in Lidl's doesn't know what rootstock it's on, or the man in the garden centre doesn't know what rootstock it's on, don't buy it, because you might end up with a 5-foot runt or a 25-foot monster. Only time will tell.